Hi, my name is Cassidy Breeding, and today I will be showing you how to make a plot diagram. For this example, I will be using the story of Ferdinand, written by Monroe Leaf. I will start by explaining the components of a plot diagram. The first component of the plot diagram is the exposition. The exposition is the beginning of the story where characters and settings are introduced. After the exposition comes the rising action. The rising action is where the main character faces a series of conflicts. The rising action is usually the longest portion of your plot diagram, and it includes multiple events. After the rising action comes the climax, and the climax is at the very tip of your plot diagram. It is the most exciting part of the story when we learn the outcome. After the climax is the falling action. The falling action is when events leading to the story's end are wrapped up and come to a close, and then the end is the resolution, and that's when we find out exactly what happens to the main character. In the story of Ferdinand, the exposition is we are introduced to Ferdinand, the bull who lives in Spain. The rising action is when we find out that rather than running and jumping around with the other bulls, Ferdinand preferred to sit under his favorite cork tree and smell the flowers. It is also when we see that one day Ferdinand accidentally sat on a bumblebee. Ferdinand began to jump and kick when he was stung, and 5 men took him to be in the bullfights in Madrid because they believed him to be the largest and fiercest bull of all. The climax, or the most exciting part of the story, is when the bullfights actually occur. On the day of the fight, Ferdinand walked to the center of the ring and sat down, refusing to fight. Next comes the falling action. In the story, the falling action is when all of the workers at the bullfight are trying to make Ferdinand fight, and he will not fight, so they simply have to take him home. And the resolution is that Ferdinand is still sitting under his favorite tree, smelling the flowers, and he is very happy. And that is the story of Ferdinand the Bull by Monroe Leaf, presented on a plot diagram.